How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Vegan Quest, where we're going to teach you how to properly and in a healthful way practice a vegan diet. And today we have a very special guest chef coming on straight out of York, Pennsylvania. His name is Orkenbjörken, also known as LBJ, and he's going to teach us how to make LBJ's famous mac and cheese. So without further ado, LBJ.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
Great.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome to Vegan Quest.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much.
Can I let the audience know a little secret?
Sure.
LBJ is actually one of our cameramen and also our key grip.
Key grip.
Right?
Yep, that's right.
All right, well, without further ado, why don't we get started?
Sure.
So what are you going to make today?
So today I'm making my world famous vegan mac and cheese. It's amazing. People, non-vegans, regular, vegans, vegetarians, they all love it. It's one of their favorite things in the world. So
I was going to say it probably is a really good dish, even if you're not a vegan or a
right,
vegetarian.
exactly.
It's
Yep.
still a good side dish.
Yep,
Or
absolutely.
main dish, even.
Yeah, anything. You can do anything you want with it. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so where do we begin?
Okay, so right now I have, I guess I should tell you that this is actually shell bows, which is a combination of elbows and shells, medium-sized shells, and it's pretty awesome. It's a combination I started adding about 5 years ago, and people seem to like it because it soaks up all the cheesiness. So,
Do you like your pasta a little al dente?
Yeah, a little bit. Depends on my mood.
Al dente, I just learned that term, actually.
It's one of my favorite ways of doing it. It depends on my mood, really, but yeah, we'll probably do that today.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
Let's do it.
So right now I'm about to grate up this vegan cheese, which is actually Daya. It's pronounced Daya. It's on their website and everything, right?
That's right. I always say Daya, but it is Daya.
Yeah, so I'm going to grate this up. There's already some that's already shredded, and then I have pepper jack that I'm going to add in there too. And I should tell you my spices, which nobody knows this. All right, so we have salt.
Recipe.
Yes, salt, pepper, crushed red pepper, garlic powder, and I usually use fresh herbs, but today we had to improvise, and we got Italian seasoning too, which is basil, oregano, thyme, and I think rosemary in there too. So yeah, it's a really good combination. Really brings out the flavor. So that's what I'll be using today. So yeah, I'm gonna start grating, and then we're gonna start. Once the water starts to boil, we're gonna dump in the noodles, and we'll start adding the cheese sauce and everything. So yeah, we're just gonna grind this up a little bit.
Do you ever go down so low that you cut your fingers on the grinder?
It's a fear of mine, actually, but I haven't. Been very lucky. By the way, I've been vegan for over 10 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and I've actually been completely meat-free for 21 years, so I was a teenager when I started doing this whole thing.
Very good.
And I went vegan for health reasons, because I'm lactose intolerant, and I was tired of getting sick all the time, so...
That's a good reason to start.
Right.
And there's your shirt, the Animal Advocates.
Yes.
You're on the board of directors.
Yes, I am. I am on the board of directors for Animal Advocates of South Central Pennsylvania. Basically, we do advocacy for animals' rights, and we also do different campaigns. Like we do a cat rescue in one of the neighborhoods because they have a really bad cat problem. Stray cats running around, and
they call it
feral cats. Yeah, and they run around causing a ruckus. So.
Yeah.
So that's getting close to a boil, so we can probably dump these in.
All right, let's do it. The shells. Well, what are these called?
These are medium-sized shells. That's what I prefer for this because it really scoops up the cheesiness. And then I also have elbows here, which also most people use elbows for mac and cheese.
A little elbow grease.
Yeah, you got to get that elbow grease in there.
Dump the whole box?
Yes, and that'll be for both of these. And then you also want to stir it up once you get it in there. Get it inside there because you don't want it to stick at the bottom. Yeah, you just need to stir it for a second just so that it doesn't stick, and then you should be good to go.
Just let it go. Do you put a little salt in or no?
I already put some salt in there ahead of time, so we're ahead of
salt, guys.
pinch of salt. Definitely put some salt in your water because you don't want your pasta to be bland. You can use almond milk, which is a creamier milk for your cheese base. I am using rice milk today just because it's, it's harder to be allergic to it, so I just use this. When I used to work at the coffee shop where we sold this, I would use rice milk because, for allergy purposes.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly. So we're going to put some of that in here.
Start?
We're going to let that go for a little bit. You don't want to put too much in there because we want this to be really cheesy. Make sure you own a whisk for this because there's a lot of whisking going on. And you can actually let that pasta go for a few minutes. So next we're going to start adding our spices. If you want to put some of that in there, a couple pinches.
Nice.
Yes. And I am a flavor freak, so I like a lot of pepper in mine.
Same deal. Pinches.
A couple pinches, sure, and we'll stir it up a little bit. Did we add salt to that yet? Yes. Yeah, we'll probably get a little heavy on the salt just because, like I said, I'm a flavor nut. Okay,
So
that might be good for right now.
Right. As much as I like it spicy.
Okay,
So
well, don't go too crazy.
the whole way?
Don't. Yeah.
I recommend going the whole way.
If you want to.
Do it.
Oh my God, that's going to be insane.
Oh wait,
So that's garlic powder. You probably might want to use a spoon for that, so you don't smell like garlic for days. Because I know that you. That should be good for now. I know that you have a lot of vampire friends and you want to keep them around, so you don't want to get them all over your fingers because... And we're also going to add a little bit of olive oil to the mix. That's probably about a tablespoon and a half, maybe? I don't know. Go by your own judgment.
Good.
Yeah, so we're going to wait till that starts to boil up a little bit. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. And then that's when we start to add the cheese. So if you want to slowly pour that in, and you want to whisk it as you're pouring because you don't want it to start to stick. Yeah. I'm going to actually add some pepper jack to this since we have it. Get that all mixed in there too.
I like the way this cheese melts.
Exactly. That's actually why I picked this cheese because it melts better than any vegan cheese I've ever had. And
good vegan cheese.
Yes, exactly. Is that starting to feel pretty good to you?
Oh yeah.
So another sign to know when your cheese sauce is done is when you pull the whisk up. If there's still Dea stuck to it, then it's not ready yet. So you want to...
Did you whisk it hard and fast?
Don't go too fast because...
You don't want it flying everywhere.
Right. But, yeah, just
Look at that.
periodically keep doing that just to see if it's sticking to it. If it's still... You want it to start to become kind of runny, but not...
It's boiling for sure.
Right.
But is there a certain temperature that you're aiming for, or is it just till it boils?
Right. I usually keep it to a boiling point, and then I'll turn it back a little bit on the stove.
I'm trying to
to about a medium heat. That's really starting to look like mac and cheese sauce.
I'm trying to sound like a scientist, but I have no idea what the boiling point is in Fahrenheit. What is that?
I think it's 3 something. 350.
Wow, that's really hot.
It's less than that. It's like 200 or something. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I just make mac and cheese and feed people with.
Yes. Well, on this show, we're planning on having a lot of vegan chefs come in and teach.
Yes.
So we're hopefully going to teach everybody out there all over the world a lot of stuff.
Yes. And I know a lot of vegan chefs too, so we can definitely get some good people in here.
Well, how's that look?
It's getting there. You should actually check that pasta, and I will take over this. Yeah, definitely give it a good blow because you don't want to burn your mouth. Yeah, it's starting to get there.
It's getting there.
So I'm going to turn that down to a low because it is starting to boil. Smell that? Doesn't it smell amazing?
Always go like this when you're smelling gases.
Yes. Yes.
Never breathe right into it. I've learned that.
Yeah? Alright, so
Good.
I think this is almost ready. We are going to add the cheese sauce now, which I will give you the honor
All right.
of doing.
So how do you explain this?
Okay, so
How did that happen?
that's how it's made. It's my favorite weapon of choice for mac and cheese stirring because it doesn't. If you use a straight spoon, it doesn't get all the noodles together. You know.
Just dump it in?
Just dump it
Slowly
in.
or fast?
However you want to do it. Yeah.
That is so cheesy
Yes.
and scrumptious and
Feel free to.
scandalous.
You can also make your own cheese out of cashew, which is amazing, or potato and carrot.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, with cashews added to that, and it'll taste just like cheese. It's amazing. I've had it once, and it was fantastic. So you can do that. Maybe we'll have a special guest come on and do that. I know someone who does that.
Really?
So, yes. So maybe.
Welcome.
Yes, let's get him in here.
All right, you guys, there we have it. LBJ's famous mac and cheese.
It's on point.
Can we find this anywhere online? Or do you have to...
I do have a Facebook page for my mac and cheese. It's just LBJ's Vegan Mac and Cheese.
Okay, thank you. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. And we found somebody on the street named Bradley who wants to try our vegan mac and cheese.
Now, I'm taking a chance here. I'm in the witness protection plan, but I'll eat it. Uh-oh.
What do you think?
Well, this is...
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
You know that it's all vegan cheese?
Get out.
That's all. There's
Can't
no
be.
dairy at all in there.
Yep.
Let me check my cholesterol. Okay, I'm all right.
All right.
That's how I check my cholesterol. It's not gurgling, so I'm all right.
It's very healthy, and it's good if you have
Well,
high
it's
or low cholesterol.
unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy? There's absolutely no dairy in there.
No cows. Save a cow.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well,
Delicious.
you heard it
Thank
here.
you.
Bradley loves it.
That's awesome.
Get yourself some LBJ's vegan mac and cheese today.
That's right.
Back to the streets.
All right, we're back.
How's it going?
I'm glad to see Bradley liked your mac and cheese.
He did. He loved it. That was awesome.
All right, guys. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to make some Alfredo,
That's right.
a la LBJ. And you want to get us started here?
Okay, so my Alfredo is very similar to my mac and cheese. The missing ingredient that is taken out from the mac and cheese is crushed red pepper, and in replacement we're using nutmeg, which is apparently an Italian secret for Alfredo. I learned that from an Italian.
I did not know that.
Yep. So I started adding it to my Alfredo, and I was blown away. So I started using that. So let's get started.
All right.
Also, I'm doing garlic bread too, so that's going to be a nice little touch. So I'll start that first because we got the oven fired up.
What do you preheat the oven to?
Around 350 for about 10 minutes or so. So my concoction is olive oil, garlic, actual garlic, and some salt, pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. And that'll go in for about 10 minutes or so. We'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
So let's get cracking. So I'm going to just cut this bread in half with this knife here. We're going to put them onto this tray right here. So I'm going to put a little bit into this. Actually, probably more than that. Alright, and we're going to add a little bit of garlic. Some real garlic. That was garlic powder, by the way. Quite garlicky here. And then a little bit of Italian seasoning. A little bit of salt. little bit of pepper. Mix that up. And if you would be so kind as to just kind of put a little coat of that onto these, and I'm actually going to start working on the cheese sauce. So with that going on, we want to get this olive oil cooking a little bit, and we're going to add some of this delicious garlic. You just want to kind of grill that up until it's a nice color.
I imagine you want to get a pack of gum after this.
Oh yeah.
If you're going on a hot date or something.
Right.
Later.
So that's ready for the oven, I think.
All right.
You want to toss that in?
Right. So we put that in the oven for about 10 minutes, so we're going to keep an eye on it, and when it looks good, we're going to eat it.
We are adding the rice milk.
Rice milk is so good because it's not very filling to the point where it makes you tired.
Right. I like it just because, you know, it adds a little bit of that flavor to it, to whatever you're making. All right, so I should also mention that I have Go Veggie Parmesan cheese, which is going to be added to this mix as well. You have to watch out for Go Veggie because a lot of times they're kind of misleading. Not all their cheeses are vegan, so you just have to make sure it says vegan right on there.
And don't always trust the label vegan either, because sometimes they may use it as a buzzword.
Right,
And really it's not vegan.
Right. You have to definitely read your ingredients.
Well, how about the garlic?
We can go for garlic first.
Full?
Sure, why not?
We don't want too garlic.
No, because there's already actual garlic in there too. Pepper up in there. Salt, just about a pinch or two. A little bit of Italian seasoning because you don't want to overdo it. And then we're going to add some nutmeg. We'll go all in on that because it's good stuff.
You know, cooking is a really nice art form of itself, and I feel like to experience all these wonderful smells and flavors is really something worth diving into.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I tried to learn how to fix cars, and I tried to learn how to paint, and I just couldn't get the hang of it.
Right.
But I think with cooking, it's an immediate payoff.
Yeah.
Just the smell of the garlic. And
Right,
everything.
exactly. It's very rewarding.
You try to fix an old Corvette or something. And
It doesn't smell like garlic.
No, I would love to be able to do that, but if the carburetor's not working, the car's not going to drive.
Right. Yeah, you really have to know what you're doing.
But in this case, even if the final product doesn't come out, the garlic smells so good.
I know. Oh my gosh. That in itself, you know.
So how long do I have to do this for?
You can actually stop for a minute and let that try and heat up a little bit more, and then we'll start to add the cheeses.
So Vegansgiving in the Central Market in York, Pennsylvania, right?
That's right.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be amazing. We're expecting a lot of people.
That's where I go into a vegan coma afterwards.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a potluck, so you can bring your own dish, and everyone brings something incredible every year. So
Right.
I'm really excited for this year because we got some good people coming, and it's going to be good. All right, so Tim is going to dump the Alfredo in, and we're going to get that boiling.
All of it?
The whole shebang.
Do you like to break it off or just dump it in?
That's up to you. That's entirely up to you.
Let me show you what I do.
All right, let's see your technique. That's one way to do it. I like it.
I chewed on that one.
Nah, that's whatever.
So. All right, there we go.
Ooh, watch yourself.
Let
Oof.
that go.
All right, so I think this is almost about ready for some cheese. So
Good. Let's keep while you dump it.
sure, we can do that. All right, we're going in. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we want that to be nice and thick. All right. So yeah, we can.
Pan.
It's hot. Very hot. It's a little hot.
Es bueno.
It's really good though. Woo! That's also really hot.
One of the tricks of the trade of cooking is you learn pretty quick what not to touch and what not to cut with. You know?
That's right.
You learn. You learn the hard way sometimes.
Or the hot way.
Pretty good.
That looks done to me. Let's go ahead and dump that. All right. Now most people they like to dump it on at their own, on their own plate. But we can just dump this right on there if you want.
Let's dump it on.
All right. Oh, look at that! Oh my God. Looks amazing. It's gonna be so thick. Look at that. My guest.
It's a special oven. You can slide it all in.
Yeah, get that all up in there. Yeah. That looks great. Having a good time?
There you go.
Typically I eat it with some garlic bread, which I have already made.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. We have Alfredo a la LBJ. We have some garlic bread, and we have your famous mac and cheese.
That's right. Bring it in.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
Thank you for watching Vegan Quest, guys. Go make yourself some food.